G'day and welcome to another video. In today's lesson I'm going to teach you how to make the brim, just the brim, on this hat. Now this brim can be added to many different hats. I will put the link in the description box below for the Jacob's Ladder video tutorial if you want to make the actual hat as well. Look down below in the description box and there'll be a link. But it's just for the brim, this video. Like I said, you can add this to any hat pattern that you make. Anyway, so let's get started on the lesson. This is going to be the brim section of this hat, the video. So I'm actually just cutting and editing that, just the brim part of the hat, and putting it in this video. So hopefully it all makes sense. And let's get started on the lesson. So my yarn's still attached over here. And we're going to lay our hat down. And where the yarn is still attached, we're going to go in about 1 inch or 2.5 centimeters. You're going to get one of your stitch markers and count in how many stitches where that yarn is here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're going to go over to this side, count in 5 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's basically the same distance in. Going to have a look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Might actually be 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, that's alright. Because the 6th one is like right on the end there. And this is where we're going to make our brim. Actually, go in a bit more than that. Because the brim gets wider as we go along. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's about 1 inch and a bit. And a quarter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. About 8 stitches in. Yep, that's about 1 inch and a quarter, 1.5 inches from the edges. Doesn't matter what size your hat you're making, you want to make it that big, because as we go along our brim will come out a little bit on the sides there. So let me just come back to you. So grabbing your hat, putting your yarn back on and grabbing another strand of yarn. This one here was from the inside of the ball, this one is from the outside of the ball. Or you could just grab another ball of yarn. So we are grabbing both strands. I've still got the same size hook, I'm still using a 5mm. What this does is makes our brim really thick and it stands out properly. So pull down so it's nice and tight. You're going to pick up, hang on, this might work easier. So when you've slip stitched to join, grab both yarns. There we go, that works. It's been that long since I've done that. What we're going to do is chain 1, half double crochet in the next stitch, half double crochet in the next stitch, sorry I'm just getting some yarn, and then we're going to work an increase into our next stitch. And so depending on what type of yarn you're using, this might be too wavy. And if you've done one of my videos with the brim before, some people have troubles with the brim going wavy, like all wrinkly. And what this means is you've got too many stitches. So if you find yours goes wavy, instead of going one by itself, and then 2, maybe do 3 in a row by themselves and then do an increase. That's 1, 2, and then an increase. That's 2 into the same stitch. So 1, 2, and then an increase. That's 2 into the same stitch. 1, 2, and then an increase. Sorry guys. And we're just working our way over to our marker. 1, and then the next one, and an increase. And by about row 2 or 3 you'll get to see if it is going to go wavy or not, and if it does go wavy, unfortunately you have to go back and redo that first row. Now brims aren't that big, so once you get it, it will be the same if you use that yarn again. So we're just working 1 half double crochet over the next 2 stitches and then an increase. So that's 1 in the next, and then an increase. 1, 2, and I'm going to leave it. I'm not going to finish on an increase in this one. We're going to finish off on the singular one because we started off with the singular one and we want it the same. So we can take our stitch marker out now. So we've taken our stitch marker out and we're at the end of where the stitch marker was. We are going to slip stitch into the next stitch. We're also going to slip stitch into the next one. We're going to turn our work. We're going to chain 1. We're going to miss the first stitch and go into the next one with a half double crochet. We're going to half double crochet in every stitch across, putting 1 half double crochet in each stitch. When we get to the end of the row, we're going to half double crochet into the next stitch, but on this row down here. And just as you start filming, the microwave beeps. Oh dear. We are going to chain, we're going to slip stitch over 2 stitches. Then we are going to chain 1. We're going to spin our work around and we are going to skip the first stitch and half double crochet into the next. And this row is going to be an increase row, so it's 1 half double crochet into the first 2 stitches, and we're going to increase into the next one. So that's 2 in the same stitch. We're going to work 1 half double crochet into the next 2 stitches and then increase in the next one. That's 2 in the same stitch, and you're going to repeat that all the way across. When we get to the end, we are going to make sure you half double crochet in that last stitch. We are going to, because we've got such a jump there, we're actually going to half double crochet in that stitch there. So holding this all tight there so it doesn't get all loose. Half double crochet, and then we're going to slip stitch in the next 2 stitches. Chain 1 and turn, or turn and chain 1, it's the same thing. We're going to skip the first stitch and half double crochet in the next, and then we're going to work 1 half double crochet into each stitch across. And I'll meet you up at the end. Once we get to the end of a row, we're going to half double crochet into the next stitch down there, and we're going to slip stitch into the next 2 stitches, and then you will fasten off. But I'm actually going to work a row of slip stitches around the outside of my hat, so I'm just going into each stitch with a slip stitch. Don't make them too tight if you're going to do this, because otherwise it will make your hat smaller. Your brims, like around your head. Does that make sense? It'll make this section smaller, and it may make it too tight for you to wear. So you could go up a hook size, that would help with not making it too tight. Just going on with that bit. So keep going until you get back around to where you started. You may want to put a little stitch marker there, I'm thinking, because I know I'll forget when I come back around, and I'll meet up with you in a minute. So when we get back to our stitch marker, going to slip stitch in there, cut off the yarn, and then pull out. Then you're going to sew in your ends. So it has your brim ruffled, mine hasn't. Like I said, if it has, you're going to have to go back and just rework that first row. It's about getting your increases spaced at the right time. So ours is every second stitch, every third stitch, our increase. So if it's roughly, try it every 4th stitch, the increase. Tra-la! I've sewn in all my ends. So thanks for watching, guys. I would love to see how yours turned out. You can share them on our Facebook page. We also have a Ravelry page. And also, if you don't have any of those, you can email me a photo of your creation, and I'd love to use it in a video of showing everybody's creation. My email address is in the box below the video. So from me and Manny, until next time, happy crochet!